Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of You Ought to Know Live, seen and heard live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on on the network. That's all that matters. Hey guys, how are you? What's that network called, Mike?
You got me.
You got me. No, it's not the You Got Me network. It's not the You Got Me network. Dave, what's that network called?
The Discovery Channel?
Close enough. Close enough. I think it's the Hangout10.com network. There we go. Hangout10.com network. Got it straight. Well, I want to give Craig his due, you know. Hey, it's great to be here. Live broadcast, as we always do every Tuesday evening. If you're watching this on archive, we'd love to have you join us live. Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's great to see you. We've got a lot going on tonight. We have Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop, who, of course, does expert detailing and also does more than that. I mean, he's a 98% correctness on cars and then also protects them. And then we have Dave Windward, and he's from Jasper Engines and Transmissions, all-knowing, except when it comes to parts you've ordered. Doesn't know a thing about that. But other than that, he's all-knowing when it comes to Jasper. So let's talk with Dave first. Dave, you are with Jasper Engines. Jasper Engines 2014 had their best year ever.
Mm-hmm.
And 2015 is looking good.
Yeah, and we keep selling all these the JS interface tools, and we keep selling out of them. And I guess that's a good thing. So yours is on the way, Dave, I promise.
You know, usually when things are put on your credit card, you receive them. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Just kidding, buddy. Just kidding.
Well,
now we know why you guys are completely owned and operated by the employees, okay? Because they say, put it on his credit card. We'll send it to him soon.
Yeah, you'll get it, Dave, I promise.
I'm not worried.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
My pleasure, sir. What's going on in the Jasper world?
Well, I tell you what, the winter froze a lot of engines, and the boat marinas are really starting to call. I'm seeing 3 or 4 sales a day, so I'm assuming most of these, and it's weird, like you'll see the regular customers, these regular marinas that tend to buy, quite a few throughout the year, but now I'm seeing like, Joe's Auto Service, ordering 2 boat engines, so it must be either his or a buddy, that kind of deal. So I think a lot of stuff was damaged during the winter because it got so cold.
It was cold. I mean, you were talking about the pipes in your home that you've had some problems with. I mean, it was only February 24th when it went down to -5 for actual temperature at my house in Maryland. And I've been here all my life. I don't think I've ever seen a temperature like that.
Yeah, and in that house, I've never seen the pipes freeze either. So, yeah, it got cold. But we're also seeing the effects of the winter, all the snow and the ice and the sleet with transmission sales. And I did have some information on the Ford 5R110, which is a very popular truck transmission, and a lot of them have a diesel in front of them, and a lot of them have a snowplow in front of that. So there are some updates we're doing to that transmission.
Well, you guys are doing like 3-to-1 transmissions over engines now, aren't you?
That's about 2-to-1.
2-to-1?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still a lot of transmissions. I bet 20 years ago you guys never thought that transmissions would do more than engines.
No, we really didn't. And it's one of the things that we're seeing is the engines are getting to be the life expectancy is a lot longer. The engines are getting a lot better. And the horsepower of these new engines, it's almost every car you buy now, I would consider that engine a performance engine if you're going back 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
The car I'm driving has the standard V6, and it's almost 300 horsepower. And back in the late 80s, early 90s, if you had 225 horsepower, you were pretty much king of the road.
Yeah,
now, that's just a 4-cylinder nowadays. And then the transmissions, I think the transmission technology is taking longer to catch up to the engine technology, and the manufacturers have fooled with the constant velocity transmissions, and they don't really handle the torque that these engines are putting out. So I've seen Ford do away with a lot of them, and now they're going to these 8-9-speed transmissions, and they're trying to pack all these parts into the same size housing, which means the parts are getting smaller, lighter, thinner. So the longevity can be questionable. So we're seeing, we're really ramping up on our transmission division because we think that every new car sold is probably going to need at least 1 transmission in its lifetime, probably 2.
Wow, and that's painful to hear. I mean, I'm in the auto repair business, and that sounds like it would be good for me, but it is still painful because a lot of these transmissions fail when you're over 100,000 miles and you're over 5 to 7, maybe even 8 years old, and it's hard to think about an 8-year-old car with 120,000 miles, for example, and having to put $3,000 into it to keep it on the road.
The average consumer is keeping their vehicles for, I guess the average age of a vehicle in America is now 12 years.
Wow.
So, and that's average. So, we're seeing, 15-year-old cars. I recently sold that 1995 Camry, and I know it's still on the road, and
Right.
it had 180,000 miles on it. I've still got good money for it. So that could still be on the road another 5 years, and in an 8-year car situation, of $3,000 to get another 3 or 4 years out of it is, might be a good deal, especially if that engine's going to last to 300,000 miles.
Sure. One of my customers just got rid of a car about a year ago because it had an engine fail on it. That was a Camry V6 engine, 464,000 miles,
Wow.
original engine, original trans.
Yeah.
Okay? The engine failed, so he got rid of the car. He had bought a 2012 Camry about a year before it died, and now that's his regular car. He was using both of them at the time. Now it's his regular car, and he just brought it into me for his third transmission service and third coolant service for the BG service. He's got 142,000 miles on it already.
Wow.
A 2012 that was part-time for the first year, and now it's full-time, and he's got 140,000 miles on it.
And
I don't think he ever leaves the seat.
And speaking of coolant service, my 2012 Charger has a leaky radiator, and it's got.
I know where you can get that done.
What's that?
Know where you can get that done.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get it through on warranty, even though the out of warranty. But apparently, when you buy a couple hundred Dodge products a year, you kind of have some pull with the manufacturer.
A little bit of cloud, huh?
So yeah, we'll see how that works. But in my opinion, a 3-year-old vehicle with 80,000 miles, the coolant maybe should have been serviced. I don't know.
I agree. They can say long life antifreeze is all they want. Okay, it still deteriorates, and fresher antifreeze is less acidic.
Yeah.
And less acidic means less chance of leaks.
And that's rotted from the inside out. There's no question.
Yep. Very good. So what do you have for us tonight, Mr. Dave?
Well, I got Jim Ball giving us another presentation.
Oh, God.
And this is on the planetary gear set in the torque shift. Now, planetary gear set, a lot of people, they think about automatic transmissions. They do have gears in them, and this is a planetary gear set. They're called the planets because they're on the outside. There's a gear that goes in the middle called the sun gear because the planets rotate around the sun. That's how they got that name. But
see, if this part would have been made in the 13th century, that wouldn't have been like that.
It'd be called the Galaxy or the Galaxy gear set. But we'll still stick to the planetary gear set for now.
Okay.
And I got Jim Ball here giving us this.
Well, Jim is out of this world, I'll tell you that.
Oh, and this will be exciting, I guarantee it. So let me see.
I'm holding.
Let me flip you around, Jim. There we go.
Oh, hey, that was fancy. All right, let's see if we can get Jim talking now.
Okay.
I've our 110 planetaries on this Jasper Tech update. One of the inherent problems with the early style 5R110 involves the reverse planetary pinion pins. Over time, these pinion pins can walk in or out of a reverse planetary housing. Once these pins make contact with either the sun gear shell or the reverse ring gear, catastrophic transmission failure occurs. Jasper eliminates pinion pin walkout by placing the reverse planetary on a jig, then applying 12 tons of hydraulic force to each pin. The hydraulic press flares out both ends of the pins at the same time against the planetary housing. This process not only locks the pins in place, but the planetary gears retain their ability to freely turn. It's just one more way Jasper provides value into each of our remanufactured products.
Well, I tell you, I'm going to have Jim at my next party.
I hear he's great fun at parties. Now here's the pins he was talking about. Now you notice these do have, this is a GM, and they have very small stake marks on there just to keep the pins in place, because these pins are what hold this gear in place.
Right.
And what's happening on the Fords is that pin is actually falling out, and then it just starts grinding into the rest of the transmission. Metal goes everywhere, the pin falls out, it can be catastrophic. So we are fixing those pins, so hopefully they'll never come back out.
That sounds like a country song, I think, by the way. Pins fall out, metal everywhere, things go catastrophe. I like that.
Hey, we should put it on vinyl.
There we go. And then we'd be the only ones putting anything on vinyl right now. You old guy, you. All right.
You know, vinyl has come back, Dave.
I know.
It has.
It has.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. You are absolutely right, Mr. Dave. So we've got a contest tonight?
We do. We do.
All right. Did we have a winner last week?
Yeah, we did. That was a rocker arm, and the answer was it was a full roller rocker. And Ken got that right.
All right.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. But he there was actually two people that answered to that, so he was the first, and both of them had won previously.
Okay.
So if you're ready for the contest, I can do it now.
Sure, because we don't know what's going on in your personal life. We want to make sure we keep you. So go ahead. Let's do the contest, mister.
You might see a little toddler walk down the steps and stick her head around the corner.
And my video's over.
So I have tonight a trivia question.
Okay.
And this is concerning one of the things we consider just a standard option on most cars. That's power windows. I don't even know that you can get a manual crank window anymore.
I'm not sure.
Unless it's
I know it was 2010 you still could, but I don't know about now 2015.
Maybe on some of the trucks if it's like more of a commercial truck.
Maybe.
The question is, what year? I don't know if that's all going to show up. What year were power windows first introduced? So we got 1936, 1946, or 1949. And I believe it was Buick that came out with the first power window. I'm assuming it was electric. I don't know how else they would do it. And it could have been hydraulic. I don't know. But if you get that, you get one of these fancy ceramic hand-painted coasters.
Woo!
It's got a quart bottom that guaranteed not to scratch your desk or your coffee table.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I'd say Jasper does not cut corners anywhere.
That's a nice one. Look at that.
It is. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So 36, 46, or 49 for the first automobile in America to have power windows. Is that the question?
That is the question.
All right. Go to jasperman73@gmail.com. The first correct answer emailed to you will be a wiener. That sounds good, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Hold on, Dave. If you can hang around, we'd love to have you do that. We're going to go to the man, Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop, owner and operator of the Shine Shop, along with his wife, Lena. And how are you, Mr. Mike?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is not your black Challenger behind you.
No, sir. That is a very special car. That is a 1995 BMW M3 Lightweight.
Ooh.
25,000 miles on it. All original. Never been hit. Never been painted. Original stickers. Original interior. Very nice car.
Really? And
Yes.
lightweight, are we talking about a car that is not made of metal? Was it carbon fiber back then?
A lot of aluminum from back then. No radio, no air conditioning. A lot of FBM suspension and all that. Basically, you bought this as a track car from the dealer.
Right. And have you driven this car at all?
No, I'm going to take it back tomorrow, so I'll get to drive it then. But I really like these are the E36 chassis. I've always liked these M3s in that body style. I just think they're really a good-looking car.
Now, you think you're going to like the ride?
He says it rides a little stiffer than a regular M3 because it's a track car.
Right.
But he's real happy with the car.
I would advise you not to take Lena with you.
No. No, she'll be at work tomorrow, so that's
And
good.
her Volkswagen will be traded up to an M3.
No.
So you finished it all? It's curing right now?
Yeah, we finished it up about about 4 o'clock, 4:30, somewhere in that area. And it's it's the last coat's curing on it now, so it'll be ready to go in the morning.
And that's the ceramic coating that you put on that.
Yes, yes.
Tell us about it.
Oh, it's we use the Geon. The Mose is the 2-coat system on this car, and basically because he's going to use it as a track car, so he wants as much protection as possible. We polished the car. We spent about close to about 6 hours polishing on the outside of the car. It just had a lot of scratches from being shipped. It was shipped in from Ohio, so it had a lot of scratches from that dealership out there, and some water spots in the factory stickers. So we polished those all out and coated it with 2 coats of Mose, and it'll be good to go. So I'm real pleased with it.
Well, you would be proud of us here at the old Serio household here. Michelle got a Takata airbag recall on her Lexus SC430. Now, the Takata airbag recall came in on Friday. She called the dealership yesterday, and they said, bring it on in. And she goes, when? She goes, well, tomorrow. Okay. So she dropped the car off to him tomorrow. I made up a large 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in black magic marker that says, do not wash car.
Good for you. I'm proud of you.
And it was put in the dash, and everybody in the dealership saw that.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir. Don't let those bohemians get anywhere near it, man.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. We've had several episodes of that, and the dealerships has wound up paying to recoat the car.
Woo.
Yeah, and we've also done quite a few this winter of fender benders because of the ice and the snow. And matter of fact, I have one coming in next week, a Toyota Tacoma that I coated probably 6 months ago, and he was in an accident. And we tell him to have the insurance company call us, and once we explain to the adjuster that it's not what you're buying in the dealership as far as wax,
right.
They have paid for every one so far to have it recoated. So yeah, I mean, it's a real good value. So
what about the gentleman that was one of my customers, I believe, either Avalon or Camry? Did he ever come back into the situation? You know,
he didn't make an appointment. I don't know when that is. You're speaking to the wrong one as far as that is concerned. As you know. They just point you in the direction and you go. That's pretty much it. Yeah, she points me out the door in the morning and says, there it is. So.
All right, so we getting ready for Radcliffe Motor Car Show?
Yeah, we are. As a matter of fact, I have a guy with a Ferrari that is having some upholstery work done. I believe it is a 355 Spider.
Okay.
He's coming in. He wants it done before the show, and apparently it's show season because we've gotten a lot of calls here in the last probably week and a half for people that want their cars done before a big Ford show or a big Chevy show or something that's coming up. So it's they're coming out of the woodwork now.
Well, hopefully a lot of them are hearing it from the radio show.
Yeah, quite a few are.
Good.
That in the Hunt Valley. I'm getting a lot of work from both, which is good.
That's what it's all about, buddy. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunt Valley, once again, 3,000 cars at one time in one show. That's just phenomenal.
That's amazing. And if you figure 2 people for a car.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
6,000
1.5 persons per car. Okay, so you've got to have at least 4,500 to 6,000 people there.
Yeah, and then you got the passerby people, that just wanted to come see.
Yeah, I know about 30 or 40 people that came up and saw me that didn't have a car actually there in the parking lot, and they had walked from either across the street or they were at Wegmans or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, so you got to figure 7,000-8,000 people were there throughout the day. It's just incredible. I still have trouble comprehending that.
I agree. It was great.
And the cars, the type of cars, is what just blows me away. I mean, I see a lot of this stuff every day, but I mean, where do you see 4 Huracans parked next to each other, and GTRs, and old Model T Fords, 20 and 30 of them together, the clip. Where do you see that? It's just amazing to me.
I agree. Let's talk about May 2nd. That's going to be the date for the all-Italian car show at Radcliffe Motor Cars in Owings Mills, Maryland. That's going to be a great show also because that's where the vintage Ferraris and vintage Italian cars come.
Yeah, it's Richard and Patty do an excellent job with it. I don't know what year this is that it is now, but
I think it's a 9th because I went and looked at the video, and I'm pretty sure the video last year said 8th.
Okay, so 9 years, and it's become one of the largest vintage Ferrari events on the East Coast, and people come from all over now. It's really taken off. They do an excellent job. The food is excellent. The cars, I mean, you'll see it. If it's Italian, you'll see it.
Right.
And then the vendors, real high quality vendors. So it's a really good show, and it's free.
Right. And I think the information on there, by the way, is it TomYang.net?
Yeah, he's a very good friend of Richard's. Before Richard moved down here, I think they did some work together. He's real good with Ferrari engines, and he knows Ferrari engines inside and out. I think he has his own shop up in upstate New York. So him and Richard have been friends, and he comes down for it. And he's a very nice man.
Very good. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's an all-Italian show, but you're going to be displaying my Viper, showing the Geon ceramic coating on that car, and then I'm going to bring my Pantera also. So I've got to get with you and get the Viper over to your house 2 or 3 days before the show.
Sure, that's fine.
All right, and then we'll work on getting it back when we can get it back.
No, that's no problem. As a matter of fact, we'll figure out if Richard can just keep it over at his place. He's got a little extra room this year. He's got another shop next door to him that he rents for storage now, so he's got some more room. So that might work out even better. Okay, very good. Very good. I don't know if my Viper will play well with Italian cars, though. We got to be careful. I think you'll be okay.
Okay. There's an interview, actually a show on the web called Roadkill, and they usually just test cars and have fun. Well, they had 2 Hellcats, 1 Challenger and 1 Charger, and they had an SRT Viper, all at the same time. It is hilarious. What they do with cars is not. It's painful to look at, I'm telling you. But it really was hilarious. So if you ever get a chance, check that out. Dodge sponsors the show.
Oh, cool.
Now, I don't know if they've seen the show yet, so we'll see what happens, how long that sponsorship may last. But they had some fun with them anyway. Yeah, I should be seeing Hellcat probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I believe the gentleman's car he's been told it'll be delivered in the next couple of weeks, so that'll be interesting. I would like you to call me. Okay. We'll see one person, other than what I saw with at Chrysler. So that'd be great. I actually saw 2 of them at Hunt Valley. Oh, were they really? Yeah. Yeah, very, very, very sedate cars. Nothing fancy. I mean, they were both like silver, and you really had to look to see it. Yeah, you have to see the little Hellcat emblem on the quarter panel to even know that it's special. Yeah, yeah. And that's great. Oh yeah, I think nice low profile. Yeah, little sleeper car. You know, somebody think they're going to take over the Challenger RT, and all of a sudden, kaboom! You know, 350 horsepower more than a RT, 450 more. Woo! That's pretty much it. So. Yeah, good stuff. Well, your contact information, your phone number is 410-833-1632. Website's right on the lower third, theshineshop.autodetailing.com. And you've got by the way, you've got theshineshop.autodetailing@gmail.com on your lower third. So you may want to get that was my text expert did that. Yeah. Yeah, have your tech expert take a look at that. But anyway, theshineshop.autodetailing.com. And that's where you can find a lot of information out, not just, of course, information on the products you use, but also pricing and do-it-yourself tips also. So it's really a good site to see, and it's got lots of pretty cars on it, too. Yeah, it does, and I think she's having a little difficulty with whoever hosts the website getting some more pictures up there. Well, we'll have a lot more up there as soon as we can. Okay, very good. All right, Mike, thank you so much for being with us this evening. I'm going to say a few things about myself, go back and say our goodbyes, and we'll call it a night. I'm Dave Serio, and I host a radio program called You Ought to Know. It's seen and heard live every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. to noon at daveserio.com, and also on 3 stations in the Maryland area. Q1370 AM in Baltimore, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The big 50,000-watt power station, AM 680, WCBM, that's from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then from 11 a.m. to noon, WFMD in Frederick, Maryland, AM largest station in Frederick, Maryland. Those 3 stations, along with DaveSerio.com, where we do video and audio streaming. Get a chance, stop up and see us. And my repair facility is in Bel Air, Maryland, and it's Vehicle Service Plus, hence the website VehicleServicePlus.com. Let's go back to Mr. Dave. Hey, you've had a nice, quiet evening today, Dave.
Yeah, so far.
Thank God for iPads and videos.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for being with us this evening. We appreciate it. I'm going to put the contest information up one more time for those who may have not gotten that. If you know when the first power windows were first introduced on an American car sold in this country, we'll give you a choice of 3 years to choose from. One answer is all you can get. That's 36, 46, or 1949. Jasperman73@gmail.com is the place to go. All right, buddy?
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
No problem.
Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop, thanks so much for being with us, buddy. We appreciate it so much, and we're looking forward to talking to you Saturday on the air for the radio program, and hopefully you'll be at Hunt Valley Horsepower once again from 8 to 10 at the Hunt Valley Town Center in Hunt Valley, Maryland, and get a chance to enjoy that.
Yeah, it's Bagel Day. You know that.
Yes, sir. You and Lena have yourself a good time there, buddy.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. I'm Dave Serio from You Ought to Know. We thank you very much for watching and listening. Once again, if by some chance you're watching this on archive, we'd love to have you live next Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, YouAutoKnowLive.com. Part of the Hangout10.com network, I'm Dave Serio. YouAutoKnowLive.com.